Hi everybody. A lot of people are asking me all around the world what's happening. And I suppose we all can see what's happening. There's a huge change. And I always say to people, no matter what the change is, we need to pray and ask for the best outcome. So we need to pray for all the leaders in the world. You know, we need to stand up for those who can't stand up for themselves. We need to stand up for the innocent. But we have to pray for the leaders of the world. And sometimes I get into trouble for that. You know, the world is changing. You know, the way of life is changing. But we want the best outcome for everyone. Like I would always say to people, when you're voting, you know, for who you want to be your president or your leading minister in the government, pray and ask for the best person, whether it's a man or woman, to get elected. But you have to as well go out and vote. You've got to play your part. And I suppose maybe sometimes because we're so angry and so mad, we find it hard to pray for the leaders of the world. But how can their hearts change? How can their hearts become softened? Like we're having so many wars in the world today. You know, there is so much conflict. So we do need to pray. We do need to show that act of kindness, that love, that compassion, that forgiveness. And we find that hard to show because we're so angry about everything. And yet some of us have never even noticed the changes because we don't watch the news or we don't keep up with what's happening in the world. But I would say, just like these beautiful seeds flying, they're all around us. You probably can't see them on the camera, but we have to pay attention to what's happening. And we have to pray. And we have to, in a sense, you know, show that act of kindness. Be the Good Samaritan. And we've got to ask in our prayer that the leaders of the world will become Good Samaritans as well. That they'll reach out and give a helping hand. Because at the moment, there is so much anger and hate and wanting to get revenge and wanting to, how would you say, get power, that in a way some of the leaders of the world are forgetting about the people, about showing that act of kindness and love and caring like the Good Samaritan. You know, that's what God wants. He wants us to take care of all of his children. And that's you and me and everyone. It doesn't matter where they come from, what colour their skin is, or anything, or what their religion is, or what their beliefs are. We're meant to love them. We're meant to be the Good Samaritan for them. We're meant to reach out our hand and help them, even if we have little. You know, you don't, how would I say, you don't have to be someone that has loads to reach out and help. It's the ordinary person that does. You know, but we want our governments, our leaders, to have that kindness, those morals in their heart. And that's what you pray for. And we want them to become the Good Samaritan. We want them to reach out a kind and loving hand. And again, I would say, you know, there's so many young people in the world, you know, I love all the seeds flying from the trees or wherever they're all coming from. They're flying all around us. And that, to me, is a sign. There is so many, you probably can't be showered with them. That's a sign of hope. Why is God showering me with all these little seeds? You know, a sign of hope for the world, for you. Always remember that. There is hope there. There is light there. And we do all love each other. We do all stand up, play our part. And we all reach out that kind, loving hand. So don't be panicking. Don't be panicking. You know, I have met so many young people that they are terrified because of the way the world is changing. So many of them have lost their jobs. So many of them don't know what to do. I'd say first take a deep breath. Give yourself a moment. Ask God and your guardian angel to help you. And then start to go out and look for a job. And the job doesn't matter what it is. Just get yourself a job so you can start to live again. And how would I say, and be that kind and loving person. So I just want to say, God bless and I love you all. Fill your hearts with love and kindness. And no more panicking over the changes. They're happening. But you have to remember, we're in this future, but I see another real positive, good future coming in. And I love that. That's giving me so much hope, as well as all those seeds that were falling through the air. They still are. So God bless and love you all. Bye-bye.